Come thrifting with me. Today I am in Manhattan, Kansas. I brought my daughter for a volleyball camp that we do yearly, and so I am back. Unfortunately, last year I didn't have much luck thrifting, but I am at Goodwill today, so I'm gonna give it another chance. We did come into Manhattan a little early for the camp, and I do want to give a shout out to Chloe from So Long Saloon. She was just so nice. She follows me on here, and she was just super sweet, and so I wanted to give her a shout out. Let's prepare our minds for higher prices, but there may be some treasures, so let's get to it. Last year after I visited, a lot of Manhattan locals told me that the Goodwill just never really had good prices. So I was trying to set my expectations low. They do have a lot of clothing at this Goodwill. I noticed a couple of purses on the end caps, which I thought were really cute. I adore the style and the orange. It just looked a little bit kind of worn for me. It was only $5.75 though, which I thought was pretty good. I actually almost talked myself into this purse, but I couldn't think of a time I would actually wear it, but I just think it's so cute. It was only $5.93, and the whole style of it was very mid-century. As I moved toward the shelves, I did see this on a cart as I went by. It would have been so cute in my kitchen on my shelves in the springtime, so I talked myself into it for $3.98. I thought that these salt and pepper shakers were really cute. I loved the red in them. Unfortunately, they just had a slight discoloration in some places that I just decided not to get them. The frame area was disastrous. There was just so much to look at and everything was thrown. This frame was almost $3, and I know I can get it cheaper at my normal stores, so I left it as well. I don't have the need for this pot pan organizer, but for $6, I thought that that was a really good deal. I knew right away that this was vintage Avon. I'm going to guess from the 70s. She would probably be really cute for my 4th of July decor, but I couldn't get over the discoloration, even though it might be intentional. This trinket was also really cute, $3.25. Really odd pricing here, I think, even for a Goodwill. This is another vintage piece. I love purple, K-State, right? Unfortunately, it was chipped. My daughter is the one who pointed out this glass, and it was almost $4 on its own. Unfortunately, there were no other glasses like it, so you could only get the one. And I absolutely adore what could be the cutest planter ever. The colors are also my absolute favorite. If I knew someone who had a nursery like that, I would have bought it for them in a second. Moving on, of course, this brass caught my eye. It did say it was made in India. I didn't have a magnet with me, but I really suspected that it wasn't real brass. It was still a really cute piece, and I think would make a better planter than candle holder. This is the one piece that I regret not getting. It has the pine needles and the red candles. It would be so cute at Christmas time hung up. It just had this slight fog that I suspected I would have to try and clean, and I just wasn't sure if I could do it, and so I talked myself out of it, dang it. For sure regret it. I have some brass baskets like this, and I think they're so cute. I just struggle with how to incorporate them into my decor. So I left it, as well as this piece, which was also really cute. I had just bought this for $1 at my local thrift store, and this one was almost $3, so there you go. That's the difference. I debated this clock for a second, but it had a cardboard backing that had some stains on it, so I left that one as well. But with all the things that I put back, I decided to get this little Avon. I think it's like a puffin. I'm not sure. It was only $2.93. It does need cleaned out, which is fine. I'll take care of that. But I couldn't leave him, right? He'd be so cute next to my owl. Overall, I was impressed with the choices, but I ended up only spending $6.76. Not too bad. Thanks for coming along, guys.